So I was kind of like, why not just see what could come of this? And I'm sure we'll get into this, but I've never been in love before. And I thought, this is like a fairy tale experience that I'm being offered. Let's see what this is all about. So, yeah.
Was it a fairy tale once you got in? Once you got inside the bubble, was it the fairy tale you thought?
I mean, I never cry. I'm a very cold person emotionally in my day-to-day life, but I was cracked open. So it's a very emotionally taxing experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you hope that at the end of it, it's all worth it. And you kind of have to just have faith in that. But it definitely is. This is going to sound so annoying, but it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And that also just goes to show how privileged I've been in my life to be able to say that. But emotionally, it was very, very, very hard, especially not being able to speak to my family and my mom, who's my number one, supporter and just my lifeline. So not being able to reach out to anyone who knows me was really tough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't feel like don't feel bad about saying it's the hardest thing that you've ever done, because Becca and I have been in your shoes. It is hard, especially when like you said, you're cold normally, or you cut off your emotions on the outside. I'm a very emotionless person on the outside. I'm actually super sensitive on the inside. I don't like to tell people that, but it's true. I'm very soft on the inside, and this experience strips you of everything except your feelings. And that's all you have to deal with in a bubble. So it's very eye-opening, and there's a level of vulnerability that you tap into that you didn't even realize you had. So, that's just, don't be ashamed of that. That's just honest, and we all feel that way.
And to be honest, too, I feel like everyone comes on the show and you can be tough, you can be hard, you can be like, I'm not going to cry. And eventually you break. Like, everyone at some point or another, it happens and they're like, whoa, my God, why am I crying? Why is this happening? But did you at any point, because like when you are left with nothing but your feelings and your emotions and really trying to invest in this relationship, it kind of becomes, in a weird way, like a therapy session day by day when you're with the producers and the girls, like having these feelings where you feel like you're busted open and you like really have to elaborate of like why you're thinking and feeling certain things. Did you feel like that? Like it's definitely difficult, but did you ever get to the point where it became more steady and you're like, let's talk about this. Like, let's have this therapy session. It feels good to be able to get everything out.
Yeah, if you aren't being cracked open and you still have those walls up, you're probably not invested enough in the process and in your relationship. So I think at a certain point, if you're there long enough and you do get to invest in your relationship, you're going to be emotional at times, because it is like, you're building hopefully towards the rest of your life. So it's very emotional. And I think, it did definitely, interview became a little bit of a therapy session for me day to day, which was great. And previously, I had started therapy for the first time in quarantine. And it was like my 2020 resolution to really work on my mental health. And I got to start doing that over Zoom, which was weird, but I actually love Zoom therapy. And it definitely felt as though I was building off of that work that I had already started before I got there.